You are incredibly precious to your person, more than you might even realize. In their heart, you occupy a space that no one else could ever fill. They see you not just as someone important, but as someone truly rare, someone who brings a sense of peace, warmth, and emotional depth into their life. It's almost as if the universe blessed them the moment you entered their world. They often reflect on this connection and can't help but feel like they must have done something truly good in their past to deserve someone as extraordinary as you. Your person believes with all their heart that what you two share, or could share, is something profound, something worth fighting for. When they think about commitment, it's your face that comes to mind. They see a future with you that is stable, loving, and filled with mutual respect. You are the embodiment of what they consider wifey or husband material. You're nurturing, supportive, understanding, and most importantly, you see them in a way no one else ever has. That kind of emotional safety and depth isn't easy to find, and they know it. Being away from you is something that's becoming harder for them to bear with each passing day. The distance, whether emotional, physical, or both, is taking a toll on their spirit. They don't like it, not even a little. It's truly bothering them, and the weight of it is growing heavier in their chest. Without you, they feel like something vital is missing. Their days feel incomplete, and even in the quietest moments, their thoughts drift back to you. No matter how busy they try to keep themselves, they always find themselves thinking about you, about your voice, your smile, the way you made them feel understood. When they were with you, they experienced a kind of happiness that felt pure and effortless. It wasn't about grand gestures or perfect moments, it was in the little things, the conversations, the shared silences, the laughs, and even the challenges that brought you closer. You brought light into their life in a way they didn't know was possible. Now, in your absence, there's a noticeable emptiness, and they are fully aware that no one else can fill it. Your person knows they owe you more than just silent longing, they owe you an apology. Deep down, they understand that words alone won't be enough. They need to come forward with bold, genuine action if they ever hope to win your heart back. They've spent time thinking, processing, and coming to terms with their own mistakes. And through all of it, one thing remains clear to them: they want to be there for you. Not just occasionally, not just when it's convenient, but consistently. They want to care for you with the same love and dedication you showed them. They admire the way you stood by them, even when things were difficult. They remember how you showed up, how you listened, how you gave even when you didn't have to. That kind of loyalty and compassion isn't something they take lightly. In fact, it's something they're trying to live up to now. They want to reciprocate, to show you through actions, big and small, that your love was never taken for granted. There's a strong likelihood they'll reappear in your life suddenly, perhaps when you least expect it. Right now, they're watching from a distance, checking your social media, thinking about what you're up to, and imagining ways to reconnect. They may not have reached out yet, but that doesn't mean they're indifferent. Quite the opposite. They're strategizing, gathering the courage, and figuring out the best way to come back into your life without causing more hurt. They want you to know that their feelings are sincere. None of this was ever a game to them. If at any point they hurt you, distanced themselves, or seemed inconsistent, it wasn't because they didn't care. The truth is, they were battling something from their past, something that clouded their ability to show up fully. Instead of dragging you into that storm, they stepped back, hoping to find clarity and heal what needed healing. That choice, while painful, was made out of a desire to protect the very connection they now miss so deeply. But now, things are shifting. Their heart is pulling them back toward you with a force that's hard to resist. They've realized that the time apart has only deepened their appreciation for who you are and what you mean to them. They want a chance to prove that they've grown, that they're ready, not just for love, but for your love. In their mind, there's still hope. A future that includes you still feels possible. And so, they're hoping for a moment, an opening, where they can make things right. Whether through a message, a visit, or an unexpected gesture, they're preparing to return. Because the truth is simple, they never stopped caring, and they never stopped believing in what the two of you could become. I can always feel our connection, no matter the distance between us. There's a constant, loving thread that ties my heart to yours, a silent but powerful presence that lingers in my soul. Your energy, your essence, is something I carry with me every day. Even when you're quiet, even when you're pulling back to take time for yourself, I can sense it. I understand that you're nurturing your spirit, focusing on your healing, and growing in your own space. And although there are moments when your energy feels a little further away, I never feel abandoned. I feel proud of you for choosing yourself and honoring your path. It's in those moments of silence that I still feel closest to you, because our bond goes far beyond physical presence or words. Despite everything, I can't get you out of my heart and mind. You're a part of me in ways I never expected and couldn't fully explain even if I tried. There's this deep, overwhelming desire in me to talk to you, to hear your voice, to simply be in your presence. When we're not communicating in the physical world, I still find myself speaking to you in the quiet of my mind. I send you thoughts, emotions, and silent messages in the hope that you feel them in your heart. It's more than just a wish, it's a knowing. I trust that somewhere, on a higher level, you're receiving what I'm sending. The bond we share exists beyond time and space, beyond logic or reason, it's deeply spiritual, and I truly believe our souls are in constant conversation even when our mouths are not. There are moments when I can feel your loneliness, just as I'm sure you can feel mine. That mutual ache, that silent longing, is something only we truly understand. It's not always easy, this journey, but I want you to know from the depths of my heart, I'm always here. Even in your quietest moments, even when the world feels heavy and you're unsure of everything, I'm still right beside you, spiritually, emotionally, soulfully. I love you with all that I am, with every beat of my heart and every inch of my soul. My love for you is not conditional, not fleeting, and certainly not bound by earthly limitations. It is constant, enduring, and unconditional. When life has thrown its challenges at me, when I've felt lost, broken, or weary, it's been your love that has helped guide me back to myself. Sometimes you don't even realize how much your energy has healed me. Whether it was a word you said, a look in your eyes, or even the memory of you holding space for me during hard times, those moments have had a profound impact on my journey. You've helped me see parts of myself I didn't even know existed. You've inspired me to become a better version of who I am, to strive for growth, to not give up. And that kind of influence, it's rare. It's sacred. You are my strength in ways I never imagined. You have this beautiful, quiet power about you, this ability to hold space, to love deeply, to inspire simply by being who you are. You're not just a chapter in my story. You are woven into every line, every page, every heartbeat. You've become a part of my inner world, a presence that brings me peace even on the stormiest of days. When I think of you, I feel calm. When I remember your voice or your laughter, it brings light into the darkest corners of my mind. And when I feel like giving up, it's your love that whispers to me, urging me to keep going. I sometimes wonder if you truly understand the depth of the impact you've had on my life. You've given me hope when I felt hopeless. You've reminded me of my worth when I couldn't see it myself. You've shown me what it means to love without conditions, to hold space without judgment, to truly see someone for who they are and still choose to stay connected. That is something I cherish more than words could ever express. So if you ever doubt how deeply you are loved, please remember this. Remember that no matter where life takes us, no matter how near or far we may be in the physical world, I will always hold a space for you in my heart. I will always send you love in silence, in thought, in prayer, and in the quiet in between. I will always be rooting for your happiness, your healing, your joy. Because loving you has never been a choice for me, it's been something my soul recognized as truth from the very beginning. And through it all, through the growth, the space, the silence, the telepathic exchanges, the longing, and the love, I want you to know one thing above all else: I am here. Always. And I love you more than words will ever be able to say. Your partner is deeply focused on manifesting you back into their life, holding on to the hope that the universe will bring you both together once more. They've been going through a period of intense personal growth and self-reflection, and in the process, they are finally starting to release a karmic cycle that once served as a major block in your relationship. This cycle may have involved unhealthy patterns, emotional baggage, or even unresolved wounds from their past that prevented the two of you from fully connecting the way you were meant to. It's taken time, pain, and lessons for them to realize how much of a role this played in your separation, but now that they see it clearly, they're actively working to break free. As they do this inner work, their thoughts continue to circle back to you. You've never truly left their mind or their heart. In fact, the more they grow and shift, the more they realize just how much you meant to them, and still do. They view you now with a sense of awe and admiration. To them, you radiate an empress energy, someone who is graceful, compassionate, nurturing, strong, and magnetic. They see how you've carried yourself since the separation, with independence, confidence, and a quiet power that demands attention without asking for it. You've become even more beautiful in their eyes, not just physically but in the energy you embody. This powerful presence you now hold is drawing attention from many people around you, and your partner is well aware of it. While they're proud of the person you've become, this realization is stirring up deep insecurities within them. They can't help but feel nervous watching others appreciate the qualities they once had close access to. It makes them wonder if they've lost their chance, if you've moved on, or if someone else will step in to give you what they couldn't. The way you offer your time, energy, and compassion to others is something they now deeply crave for themselves again. They miss being on the receiving end of your warmth and affection, and they wish more than anything that you would look at them the way you once did. No matter how busy life may be, you remain the constant in their thoughts. Whether it's morning, midday, or deep into the night, they find themselves thinking about you, remembering moments you shared, wondering how you're doing, and playing out different scenarios in their mind where they reach out to you or run into you by fate. They're searching for the right way to reconnect, not just on a surface level, but emotionally and spiritually. They're not looking for small talk or casual check-ins. What they want is to rebuild something meaningful, to have real conversations, and to open up their heart in ways they couldn't before. What hurts them the most is the lingering tension, misunderstandings, or even silence that may still exist between you. They no longer want conflict or miscommunication to be part of your dynamic. Every argument, every unresolved emotion still echoes in their heart, and it's left a painful imprint. Since the separation, they've been carrying the weight of regret, and it's taken a toll on them emotionally. They're realizing now how much they wish they had approached things differently, how much they wish they had appreciated your love more deeply when they had the chance. They're not coming from a place of ego or blame anymore, they're genuinely trying to grow. They're trying to become the kind of person who can meet you at the level you deserve. They know the version of themselves you experienced wasn't the best one, and they want to change that. But they also know that growth alone isn't enough unless they show up with honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to rebuild the trust that may have been lost. What your partner wants most is a fresh start, not to erase the past, but to learn from it. They want to create a new chapter with you, one rooted in mutual understanding, emotional depth, and shared growth. They believe that there's still a strong energetic connection between you, something that hasn't faded despite time or distance. That spiritual bond pulls at them constantly, reminding them of the unique dynamic you shared, one they haven't been able to find with anyone else. Though fear and uncertainty still linger in their mind, especially when they think about how others might be vying for your attention now, their desire to reconnect remains stronger. They know it will take time and effort to earn your trust again, but they're willing to try. They're hoping that when the moment is right, the universe, or perhaps your own heart, will give them a sign. Until then, they continue to manifest, to hope, and to silently love you from afar, all while preparing themselves to finally be the partner you always deserved.